cure our desire.
Oh, what does this say?
Couldn't hurt to take a peek.
Well met. You are come to Shakir's Inn, a place of... You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. You know where to find me. As long as you please. Well met. You are come. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost. Hospitality in all Vernworth. Much obliged. Peruse at your
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. As a true, do not forget that we work to serve the city. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. As a true arisen. 'Tis no simple matter to infiltrate the castle a night, should you fall into the hands of the... However, I am afraid she will be unable to aid you directly. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve...
Unless I am much mistaken. We have cause to visit a place not far from here.
Should we head there now? Would save us having to make the trip again.
Shall we make for Vernworth Palace? Let us make for the palace, that she might investigate Minister Allard's chambers. I can accompany you to the castle entrance, Master, but no further.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
We have reached our destination.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only ask so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
You are not permitted to be here. Move along.
vocations and armor. I'll train for this.
Surely I'm overdue a day off.
You are not allowed in here.
Still a while to go before my shift's over.
Mayhap I'll buy
Must
myself
I
a
suffer
useful
you?
pay.
Weren't you listening? I told you to get lost.
It's on me to bear what young shoulders can't. What was I supposed to do? I've clean forgotten. On me to bear what shoulders can't.
Have you heard the news? The new recruits are to be sent out to Melv. Melv, I say. I'm not sure who gave the orders. But I'd like to know what they were thinking. It's beyond my care.
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere. There are times when no one's standing watch there at all.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the regent kin to request a private audience.
Oh, perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother's puppet, but at least he knows what's good for him.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently.
I am not here to amuse you, sir. Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother. What are you doing in here? I don't recognize you. Guards, seize the intruder.
You can do better than that.
You are not permitted to be here. Move along.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures, have you? Ho ho! To think my eminence as a collector would reach even the ears of the Arisen. If only my collection were complete, I'd fain allow you to inspect it. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to be its centerpiece is yet to arrive. And 'twould wound my pride to have you behold my collection ere 'tis made whole. If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, mayhap you'd consider paying a visit to the sculptor in my stead. The man's home is located in Batal. You need only tell him that I eagerly await the sculpture's completion.
We may benefit from pursuing the information. This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen.
Peruse at your leisure.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. This does not bode well at all. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund and his neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melv and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, might you make for Melv? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot can we begin to thwart it. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on your way to Melv.
Phases. Now there's a name to remember.
As a reward for your Majesty's efforts, you have been invited to attend the coronation. 'Twould seem congratulations are in order. You will, of course, require raiment befitting of the occasion. I would ask that your Majesty return once you've procured such attire.
I'm the crown jewel of our performance.
Was a fascinating tale.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads?
Getting proper rest is an important duty in it.
Look as long as you please.
It's nice to see everyone out and about.
Ain't no sense thinking too far ahead, anyhow.
Not much going on.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
Is this a challenge arisen to see who can keep pace?
I fear I've not useful to...
This ox cart's bound for Melve. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
What will it take to do?
Old bones grow weary.
Here already. Travelling by ox carts was a welcome change.
Mayhap we can employ a cart for our next journey.
I pray you will give me no cause to mistrust.
See what I can find. Fine place to ponder.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discovery.
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself.
I have no issue falling asleep.
Tad rowdy, but I shan't complain.
Pleasant surroundings make for pleasant thoughts.
Feel deary with no one about.
Oi, bring me a... Oh, you're not one of us.
What brings you here?
Come to think of it, we're all of differing vocations, aren't we?
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
This ox cart's bound for Burnworth. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
About time I taught that dullard a lesson.
Time to be heading home.
A full week has passed since Sir Mildred set off. I suppose 'tis time we vacated her dwelling. And follow me. I'll lead the way.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for...
Good tidings, friend. How have you been keeping? As for me, I made the most of my week-long sojourn. One might even say I enjoyed myself overmuch. You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried me off to, methinks I should like to live there. And that's when I thought, mayhap you've grown just as fond of this dwelling. Fond enough to purchase it from me? I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to consider, but I'd sell it to you cheap as I can afford. Well, friend, what say you? Much obliged, friend. I hope you're as pleased with... Suppose I'd best be off. I've my own home to get to. I hope you'll be happy here, friend.
My head hurts just thinking about it. I don't feel safe here.
What did I do to this?
Oh, it's not right. It doesn't make any sort of sense. The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better with a bit of medicine. Yet ever since he came here, he's only gotten worse.
I understand how you must feel. But you must see that your son's health continues to wane. There is no medicine that can heal him outright. He requires proper treatment. I am caring for him as best I can. I beg only for your patience. However, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, perhaps you would care to take him home with you instead. Mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his recovery. Of course, I would be sure to visit him as oft as I am able.
home, you say?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray bring my son back to health.
I will look after him. I swear it.
I cannot abide your...
I spend my days in...
An unsettled mind.
Sir, ought you not be in... Ah, forgive me. You're not a patient, are you? 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Eleanor. I have the privilege of serving as abbess here. I regret that I cannot offer you a cup of tea, but I'm in the middle of making my rounds of the patients. Not to mention, I have to find the means to procure more medicinal ingredients. Oh. You wouldn't happen to know someone willing to brave the roads, would you? I know 'tis perilous, but there is one ingredient in particular we cannot afford to run out of. You would procure it yourself? I am grateful beyond words, sir. In that case, might I trouble you to bring me some miasmite? The slums are a bane to the body's humors, and its residents are oft prone to illness. We do what we can with what little we have, but we're always short on helping hands. Your aid is most appreciated, sir. May your...
Tell is, miasmite can be harvested from phantoms, monsters that wander the wilder night.
I think I get the idea.
Tis hard to find my footing in this darkness.
With the aid of Sir Kendrick and his helper in locating certain documents, I believe I finally grasped the true nature of this place. 'Twas a royal library that was sealed off by a sovereign of some generations past. In a bid to pass the throne on to his own descendants, this sovereign attempted to consign our kingdom's histories to oblivion. Alas, 'twould seem that, no matter the age, the avarice of those in power is all but guaranteed. Yet 'tis clear it serves them not, almost laughably so. The sovereign's line ultimately fell to ruin, and now this library, so laboriously sealed, has been discovered. What can we learn from this? Those who make light of history are doomed to be crushed under its heel. Fine timing, sir. Fine timing indeed. I've need of your services, you see. My time in that tenebrous jail has only hastened the deterioration of my eyesight. I stare at the page, but the letters stubbornly refuse to take shape. Yet these old eyes might serve some use if only I could wear the spectacles I had specially made. Alas, they were confiscated at the time of my imprisonment. As I recall, prisoners' possessions are held within the palace storeroom. 'Tis a place to which few have lawful access, as I'm sure you can imagine. Though, as I hear it, masquerades are being held of late. Masquerades with a great many attendees, if you catch my meaning. Should you happen to enter the venue, mayhap you would find an opportunity to liberate my poor spectacles? What say you? Would you consider doing an old man a favor? I am in your debt. With those spectacles in hand, I might actually get through one of my tome. Pray, infiltrate the venue and find the storeroom. You are my only hope.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Seems my humming would...
Well met. You are come. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospital. In all Vernworth. Much obliged. Eludes me, but I'm certain there is one.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so afore we depart. Very well. Pray inform me when your preparations are complete. Is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? For some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds. But as I hear it, he is now well enough to walk unaided. And so, in honor of his supposed valor, they have been holding Masquerade in the palace of late. The false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where he hails remains a mystery. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man behind the mask. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the Masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security. So pray, slip into the venue through whatever opening presents itself. Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Few will think to be wary if they believe you a fellow masquerader. Here, this should suffice to help you blend in. Take care, Your Majesty. Ah, there is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers.
Tranquil places such as this are real treasures.
It seems you must attend a palace masquerade if you were to meet the one who would falsely claim your title. 'Twould seem we either need to visit the palace. Pawns are forbidden from entering the castle grounds, but we may accompany you to the entrance.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
I'm frightfully busy. No time for idle chatter.
All this revelry.
Let us forget the dragon and dance the night away.
I shan't let anything spoil my evening.
I shan't let anything spoil.
'Twouldn't do to meddle in each other's affairs here.
I do hope our sovereign's enjoying himself.
Up at dawn, done by our first sovereign in decades. At last, we'll see the end of the age. Indeed.
I shan't let anything...
Another ale can't make my dancing any worse.
I shan't let anything...
If you've naught to say, I'd best be
Always the same dismal affair.
Is this fast truly?
We've naught to discuss.
Is this fast?
You were posted in front of the prison.
All this merrymaking is a joy to be...
'Twouldn't do to...
Why, you're... No. Pay me no mind. We who are gathered here are naught but nameless nobles. 'Twould be uncouth to inquire after another's identity.
So, tell me more of this ox cart.
Methinks I'll have a rest.
You're far from your station, are you not?
I was bored out my skull guarding the palace. At least here I can listen to some courtly music. Let's see how it's going by.
You ought not to abandon your post.
Don't be like that. You know as well as I do, we're more likely to find a mouse trying to sneak into the palace kitchens than anyone else.
Thought the import Edward was in, anyhow. Full of nobles, not one noble to see.
Can get very dark. Sky always puts me in a contemplative.
I suppose I avail myself.
Let us forget.
Happiness is a full state.
Does life have meaning?
I'd would have all my days so tranquil.
When battling larger monsters are always a threat, but they are hardly... That said, sounds positively fearsome.
Surely someone will ask them to dance.
I find it liberating to hide.
Twouldn't do to med...
I shan't let any...
Just about anywhere.
Pray, leave me be, sir.
I'm frightfully busy.
Is this fast truly to the Sovereign's taste?
Surely these
I do wonder who's back.
Methinks I'll have a rest.
Another ale can't make...
Now, we who are gathered here are...
What I can do for you?
Just between... My task is to seek out... It is an enigma. Forged up straight, so back and forth I go, on an end...
Might as well make merry while the...
I find it liberating to hide.
All this merrymaking is a...
Best to remain sober. Much to be done on the morrow.
If you've naught to say, I'd best be going.
I must ask you to comport yourself with the utmost civility while you are within the Masquerade Hall.
Sometimes I wonder if I can help this one. What is it?
Another ale can't make my dancing any worse.
I find it I've little enough gold to spend as 'tis.
Such quietude is a blessing. Would that all my days were so.
I will see to it that the law is upheld.
I'm frightfully busy.
Best to remain sober. Best to remain.
Twouldn't do to meddle in each other's affairs.
I've things to do, if you don't mind.
Dare I presume I've caught your eye?
Always the same dismal
No. We who are gathered here are not.
These festivities are part and parcel of our station.
Another ale cup.
Our soldiers need better.
Boots laced, belt strapped. I'm ready for patrol. I've trained for this.
Just about anyway. Always the same dismal affair, if you ask me.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour what you like.
In here.
Open up!
Open this door right now.
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground. Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty.
Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check. Lest you forget, these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, as you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the Masquerade Hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phasus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. As you can see, I run an establishment that caters to certain pleasures. You're welcome to come and play anytime, if you escape with your life, that is. Know, however, that our services do not come cheap.
Spoiled by a good patron.
My fur is all knotted.
Comfort in the humdrum of daily life.
Greetings, Master. Is this where you've been all this while?
Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask for no more than that.
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
We'll make our way there in time.
As to whether 'twill be sooner or later, that is for the Arisen to decide.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. Well, well. He is merely Disa's puppet, then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her schemes. Even were he to be removed, I suspect some other would simply be made to take his place. But if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Phases, was it? He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard of him. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further. You've done well, Your Majesty. Thank you.
So the false sovereign, Queen Regent Disa, and this Phases...
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to do not forget that we work to serve the...
Huzzah! We must inform Captain Brant at once. Here at last.
Leave off before you earn my spite.
Fine, where's
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor.
Oh, did it pertain to the Queen Regent and an important personage, perchance?
Indeed. Some suppose there is more to her relationship with this Batali dignitary than is publicly known.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen you. Do not forget that we work to serve the...
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Is this a challenge, Arisen? To see who can keep pace?
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Ah, you've returned. Oh, my spectacles. Well done, sir. With these, I shall have no need to fear any letters, be they small or faintly scrawled. I shall learn aught I can, but the day might come when I can repay this debt I owe you. Many, many thanks. Take this as a token of my gratitude.